Xyphora Prime. A world of dense jungles, towering obsidian cliffs, and an ecosystem shaped by terror. The apex predator of this planet, the Varkash, ruled unchallenged. A nightmare-given flesh, razor-sharp mandibles, chitinous armor impervious to energy weapons, and eyes that burned with an eerie blue glow. The Xyphorans, despite their advanced civilization, had never tamed their world. They had only learned how to survive within it. When the humans arrived, the Xyphorans expected curiosity, perhaps even reverence for the dangers of their planet. Instead, they saw something else, an unsettling, almost casual confidence. The humans listened as the Xyphorans warned them about the Varkash, but their responses were odd. They asked about its movement patterns, its hunting habits, its weaknesses. Not in the way prey seeks to avoid a predator, but in the way something dangerous studies a challenge. The Xyphoran escort unit led the humans through a controlled route, an area deemed relatively safe, though nothing on Xyphora Prime was truly without risk. The jungle around them pulsed with unseen threats. Massive, insectoid creatures skittered away at their approach, lesser predators avoiding conflict. But the true danger remained unseen, lurking in the shadows. The Varkash. A distant, bone-shaking roar split the air. The Xyphorans froze. The humans, however, merely turned toward the sound, their eyes filled with something the aliens couldn't understand. Not fear. Not hesitation. Something else. They reached a clearing, and there it stood. The Varkash towered over them, nearly 4 meters tall, its obsidian carapace glistening under the dim twin suns. It moved like a phantom, silent despite its massive form, its 6 legs pressing into the soft ground without a sound. A perfect killer. The Xyphorans held their breath. They had seen such encounters before, and they knew how this ended. Even their strongest warriors wouldn't dare interfere. They expected the humans to flee, to retreat while they still had a chance. Instead, the humans studied it, measured it. One even muttered, "Bigger than I expected." A second human, adjusting a visor-like device, spoke without looking away. "Looks fast. We'll need a plan." A plan? The Xyphorans exchanged uneasy glances. Did the humans not understand? There was no plan against a Varkash. Only survival. And yet, the humans showed no signs of panic. No instinct to run. One of them crouched, scanning the ground for tracks, whispering to the others. The Xyphorans watched in confusion, then in growing dread. The humans were not preparing to escape. They were preparing to hunt. Silence. The Xyphorans stared in stunned disbelief at the fallen Varkash. The jungle, once alive with distant sounds of predators and prey, now felt unnervingly quiet. Even the lesser creatures that lurked in the undergrowth seemed to sense the shift. The balance of their world had just been rewritten. The humans, however, showed no such reverence. One approached the beast, placing a gloved hand against its hide, testing its rigidity. Another crouched near its head, prying open its massive jaws, inspecting the lethal mandibles that had once been the stuff of Xyphoran nightmares. Then came the part that shattered whatever understanding the Xyphorans had left. One of the humans drew a blade, not a weapon of defense, but of purpose. A tool of butchery. With practiced efficiency, they began carving into the Varkash's armored hide, exposing layers of muscle and sinew beneath. What should have been an impossible task, what no species had ever dared attempt, was unfolding before their eyes as if it were routine. The chitinous plating that had resisted even energy weapons was pried away with methodical precision. The Xyphorans recoiled in horror as another human set up a small cooking apparatus, its metallic surface reflecting the dull light of the jungle. A container was opened, releasing a familiar scent, seasoning. They had prepared for this. Chunks of Varkash meat were cut, inspected, then placed over controlled flames. The sizzling sound was unnatural. Wrong. This was not how one interacted with a creature like this. It was supposed to be feared, avoided, worshipped as an untouchable force of nature. And yet, here were the humans, casually discussing texture and marbling as if they were preparing an ordinary meal. One of the Xyphorans took a trembling step back. "They're eating it," Another gagged as the rich, smoky scent filled the air. To them, it was the smell of death, of something forbidden. But to the humans it was food. One of them, seemingly amused by the alien's reaction, carved a piece, holding it up with an easy grin. "Wanna try?" The Xyphorans recoiled as if they'd been struck. The very thought was sickening. This wasn't just dominance. This wasn't just victory. This was something primal, something that defied everything they understood about survival. The humans weren't just the deadliest species in the galaxy. They were the only ones who enjoyed it.